casa, and today is a super exciting day because this is the debut of my YouTube channel. So you may already know me over at Instagram at Styled Mi Casa, where I share my interior design business around the Houston suburbs, as well as a lot of DIYs. I love to make over vessels. I like to do art projects. And really the reason I'm starting this YouTube channel is because on Instagram, you have asked me for more details. What is the step-by-step process? What products are you using? You want all the behind the scenes information. And here on the YouTube channel, I can share those longer format videos with you and give you links to all of the products that I use in each project. So if this sounds like content you are interested in, please subscribe, hit the like button, and feel free to leave comments about what you want to see, maybe specific projects that you're interested in getting the details on, and I'll make sure to make future videos to give you that content. How cool is project number one? So this is actually a really big art piece. I don't know if you can see it. But I found this at a thrift shop for $18. And what I love about making over projects like this is it already has this gorgeous frame. And this frame is really vintage. You can see all of that detail on the frame. But what I don't love is I don't love the art inside. So all I have to do on this one is tape off the frame, because I'm gonna keep that, and I love the vintage detail of the frame. And I'm gonna make over the interior portion with some plaster and some paint. So follow along, I'll give you all of the details as we do this project together. So I'm taking my joint compound here and I'm just spreading it with a trowel. I don't care a lot at this point about how it's going on. I'm just trying to get full coverage on the entire frame. So I'm not working on my design yet. I'm just getting the entire frame covered with the joint compound. You can see I'm going back and forth. I'm wiping some off of my trowel back into the joint compound container, just trying to get a level surface. This is a little bit heavy, so you want to keep the compound thin just so it doesn't weigh down the frame. And then I'm going here and just making sure that all of my edges are completely covered and that they have kind of a nice smooth edge. And then again, just wiping off any excess from the trowel back into my container. At this point, I'm starting to make my design. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to do it smooth or I'm going to create some dimension. So here I start to decide that I'm going to do kind of a crosshatch design here. So I'm going back and forth, one horizontal, one vertical, and creating almost like plaid patterns in those three corners. And then I go over the top of it with a smooth side just to create two sections that are completely smooth. From here, I'm going to take the tape off while the plaster is wet and let it dry overnight. After I take the tape off, I just take this little trowel and I go along any of the edges with a wet paper towel. If there is any plaster that got up on the frame, I'm just slightly grabbing that plaster off the frame and wiping it on the wet paper towel. Creating a pattern with plaster is so much fun, and you can be as creative as you want here. Now I let it dry overnight, and the next day I'm going to come back and paint the dried plaster. My base color is called Revere Pewter. I'm just using a wall color here. Many times I'll use acrylic or a wall color. It really doesn't matter what kind of paint you use. Just pick a base color and paint all of the plaster. Here I'm going to come in with my second color. This art will only be 2 colors in total. I'm using iron ore as my accent color, and it's just wall paint again. I'm using a craft brush with a round tip, and I'm just starting to paint a pattern on it. At this stage in the art, I don't know what I want this to look like. I basically just picked my color scheme, and I'm going to see where the piece takes me. love to do when making art pieces is I like to switch between a thick brush and a thin brush. So here I just changed out my brush and grabbed a really thin one and started to create overlapping lines within the thicker brush pattern. And again, I'm kind of mixing some square edges with some circular edges just to create some interest and depth. And I'm just making it up as I go. So now that I have the design painted on the two smooth surfaces, I grabbed a chip brush. They're $1 brushes at the Home Depot, and they're meant to be really rough. And I dipped it in the paint really lightly, and I'm just rubbing it over the plaid pattern that I have in the 3 sections. So I'm just going back and forth, just trying to get a little bit of black paint on the raised portion of this crosshatch design. I love how the black paint just instantly draws out the pattern in those 3 sections and really distinguishes the crosshatch pattern with the smooth pattern. And then I just kind of go back over a couple of spots, make some thicker, add in lines where I want, just kind of get it the way I want it to look. Now I'm removing the tape. I'm going to clean up any little bit of paint or plaster that ended up on the frame, and I will show you the finished result.